Hello, Dr. Vikki Petersen here. I want to talk to you today about something that could come under the heading of don't always believe what you read or hear. And so it all started with a patient coming in very alarmed because she enjoys spinach and kale smoothies and eating a lot of greens, and she heard they were bad for you, and she was very worried and concerned. What this really was about is the fact that spinach and kale and other vegetables I'll name in a moment can be associated with low thyroid conditions. What they have in common, it's spinach and kale and broccoli, cauliflower, kohlrabi, collard greens, also some fruits like pears and strawberries. They are called goitrogens. A goiter is an enlargement of the thyroid that develops in hypothyroid, also low functioning thyroid. So these foods are a problem only in certain individuals who have thyroid disease. They're not necessarily going to cause thyroid problems. I eat an excessive amount of raw spinach in my smoothie every day, and my thyroid's perfect. So the sort of the fine print of what she heard really was taken a little bit out of context, because the fine print, as I mentioned, should be these are only potentially a problem if they're raw, because even if you have a thyroid problem, if you cook these vegetables, even lightly steamed, that's enough to take any negative off the table. So they're no longer goitrogens if they've been cooked. It's in their raw state that they have the potential to aggravate a thyroid problem. So if you have a lot of hypothyroid in your family, you yourself have hypothyroid, you want to watch to see that maybe you're not consuming too much of these in the raw state. One article I saw mentioned about 4 cups per week. And so even if you're lightly steaming your spinach and kale, yet you're having some strawberries as an example, we usually do those raw, that 4 cups a week of strawberries is quite a bit. So you could put 3 or 4 strawberries in your smoothie in the morning and enjoy that, and it not be a problem. So it's kind of a unique problem depending on if you have this leaning towards or the susceptibility toward hypothyroid. I read a lot of different articles. She had steered me to this particular patient who was concerned, and it was a little bit tongue-in-cheek, but at the end of it, this woman who had prided herself on eating health food most of her life ended the blog or article by saying she went and found an old Twinkie at the back of her the back of her pantry. A little dramatic and a little unnecessary, and obviously if you're choosing between eating any sort of green vegetable and a Twinkie, I think there's really no argument here. So the moral really of the story is that you want to make sure you read the fine print and see what they're really talking about, because if you just read the headline, which is what I think happened to this particular patient, headlines can be very deceiving. They tend to be a bit dramatic to catch your eye, and that's what they're about, right? As you read the headline, you go, oh, what is this about? And that's fine, but then do your due diligence and read all the way through and really see what they're talking about. And there are patients that we've had who have thyroid problems that don't have any problem at all eating raw spinach. So it's even not for everyone that's a problem. So it depends on your body type. But certainly you'd want to know that these have that potential. That's really what it's about, is certain foods have certain potentials to cause issues, and if that's an issue that you have, then sure, you want to be aware of it. So not all bad, but not as dramatic as she thought. And if you have anything that you've run across like that you're curious about, something that you thought was a good food and now you've heard something bad about it, let me know. That's what I'm here for. I'm happy to answer your questions. So until next time, I wish you very good health.